Hi first grade, I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you lots and I hope I get to see you soon. But for now, I'm going to upload some videos that go over the work that I gave you so that you guys can get on independently and check your work like the almost second graders that you guys are. So I have to tell you, Miss Ackerman has tried to do this probably 5 times and I'm running out of paper. So my problems are already done, but I'm still going to walk through each of them with you guys. So remember, before we left for break, we were working on adding and subtracting to 20 and story problems. And we talked about how important it is in a story problem to identify those words and those important pieces that tell us what we're going to be doing. So today we're going to work on penguin story problems, and our job is to read and solve each of the problems below. Show your work. Use numbers, pictures, or words to help solve the problem. Fill in the missing number in the equation when you find the answer. Number 1, 5 penguins are on the ice. I circled 5, it's important to us. 6 penguins in the water, that's important. How many penguins in all? So remember, we talked about those words that tell us if we're adding or subtracting. In all is our addition words. So we know that we're going to be adding the number of penguins on the ice and the number of penguins in the water. 5 on the ice plus 6 in the water is 11 penguins total. So you can count on from 6 until you get to 11, or you can remember your doubles plus 1 facts. So we know 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Number 2, there are 8 penguins on the ice and some more penguins in the water. There are 11 penguins in all. How many penguins are in the water? So we know that there are 8 penguins on the ice, and there's 11 penguins total. So we have to figure out how many penguins are in the water. These words, some more, tell us that we're going to be adding. So we're going to count on from 8 until we get to 11 and figure out how many we added. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11. So we added 3. 8 plus 3 equals 11. Number 3, there are 13 penguins in all. So I wrote my 13 over here because I know that that's my sum. 7 of them are in the water. So I have 7 penguins in the water, just like my picture. How many penguins are hiding behind the hill? So this is a joining problem, just like number 1. We have to figure out how many penguins are hiding behind the hill. We have the number that are in the water, and we have the total, okay? So 7 plus something gives us 13. So let's count on from 7 until we get to 13. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I added 6 to 7 to get 13. 6 plus 7 is 13. Okay, number 4. There were 13 penguins standing on the ice. 3 dove into the water. So 13 is important to me. 3 dove into the water is also important. How many penguins were left on the ice? Remember that this word left tells us that we are subtracting. So we have the total number of penguins on the ice. We took 3 away because 3 dove into the water. And I want you guys to start thinking like second graders. So you know when we have 13, we have 1 10 and 3 1s. If we take those 3 1s away from that 1 10, from 13, we only have 1 10 left. So 13 minus 3 equals 10. So there's 10 penguins left standing on the ice. And remember, guys, part of the strategy that we use in class too is using pictures or things like counting on from the larger number. And each of these problems has pictures. So there's 13 here, and it shows you 3 diving into the ice. If you need pictures to help you understand what you're doing as far as adding or subtracting, I want you to use them. But eventually you guys are going to get to the point in school where they won't give you pictures, and you'll just have a word problem like this. So it's okay to use the pictures for support, but I want you to try to challenge yourself and just focus on the words. All right, last one. You can tell that this is where Miss Ackerman messed up a little bit, but we're going to keep persevering and get it figured out. So number 5, there were 12 penguins standing on the ice. 12 penguins is important. Some of them dove into the water. Now there are only 3 penguins left on the ice. How many penguins dove in? So we started with 12. Some of them dove into the water. So dove into the water, having to find out how many dove in, that's a separation problem because we had our whole and then some of them left and we have some remaining. So we have 12 minus some penguins and we have 3 left. For equations like this where we don't have a strategy like doubles facts or doubles plus 1, I like to draw just a quick picture. So I have my 12 penguins. I know that I just need 3 of them left, right? That's all that's left on the ice. All these other guys dove into the water. So I'm going to count how many of them dove into the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 penguins dove into the water. And remember, I told you that when we have our total and we're missing a part, we can go back and check our math by adding the parts together. So 9 plus 3. We're going to count on from 9, adding 3 and see how many we get. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12. So 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. My answer checks out. All right. The last thing that we're going to do today in math is your lucky addition and subtraction for St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to go pretty quickly down here because you guys are just checking your answers. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. 3 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 6 is 7. 2 plus 6 is 8. 6 plus 3 is 9. 1 plus 5 is 6. 3 plus 4 is 7. 8 plus 2 is 10. And 6 plus 0 is 6. I'm going to leave that up for just a minute so you guys can double check your answers, and then we'll flip over to subtraction. Okay, in first grade, remember, if I ever go too fast, you guys can pause the video and then come back and join later. Okay, we're going to flip it over to subtraction. Again, we're going to go pretty quick because these are just math facts. So 7 minus 2 is 5. 9 minus 6 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. 6 minus 0 is 6. 10 minus 7 is 3. 10 minus 4 is 6. 8 minus 5 is 3. 9 minus 7 is 2. 4 minus 0 is 4. 7 minus 3 is 4. And 8 minus 5 is 3. I'm going to leave that up again so you guys can double check. All right, first grade, so this will be it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to move on to pages 97 and 99. We'll see you soon.